Alright, we just playing around with the flight simulator. That's pretty cool. That she just created out of nowhere, because apparently she's a freaking genius in software and engineering. And yeah, the poor girl keeps forgetting all the time to freaking eat. A basic human function. She keeps forgetting that. Club activities are finished, and we are on the way home. Ageha is fanning the chest of her sweat-drenched uniform. She sees me looking. I like Ageha, she's pretty chill, I like her. She senses me look into her chest and asks cheerfully, "You know, you should try to be a little more ladylike." She carries on fanning herself. I get a slight feel that she is trying to show me. Says Kotori as she wriggles her backside around. When it comes to these two, it's spacious and there's no effect of heat insulation from the ceiling. It's like a prefabricated building. There's no attic and the heat from the sun transfers directly to the inside. Even if you turn on the air conditioning, it only has half the effect. Listen to Ageha's story. Kotori makes a face that says ew. We get to the usual fork in the road, where Ageha leaves us to go to the other direction. Hey, Ageha. Do you want to go get some ice cream from the convenience store? You two were saying how hot it is, and I suddenly felt like eating one. You want to eat one too, Kotori? Oh, okay. I see what you're doing, Aoi. You're trying to get them together and everything, to actually talk and everything. Okay, gotcha. Kotori seems to be thinking about Ageha being there when she answers. Okay, let's go. I start walking ahead. Alright, good going, Aoi. Good going, good idea there. In the convenience store parking lot, I bite into the ice cream that I had bought. Hanging out in front of the convenience store is one of the privileges of being a high school student. Ageha got watermelon flavor, Kotori got chocolate chip, and I chose vanilla monaka. Have no idea what that is, but sounds good. Seems like everyone has their own preference when it comes to ice cream. I still don't really understand it. It was pretty tricky. It just feels kind of inconvenient, you know? When I think about doing something, I'm not able to do it quickly. The feeling I get when I move it, and the speed. It's quite easy to steer though. That's right. Using the power of the wind to control the position of the aircraft. Of course, if the wind is strong, small movements of the controls have a big effect, and vice versa. However, the glider doesn't have an engine. You can't easily speed up or slow down. If you do one thing, it affects everything else, and that's what makes it difficult. You can't just think about the current situation, you have to act according to what will happen next. That's kinda sounds scary, because if you think about it, if there's no like proper, I guess, wind currents happening, and you're kind of just like free floating down, closer to the ground and lower, it's gonna be a little scary. It means the experience is needed to ride this thing. Well, to be honest, the simulator didn't feel that good at all. You're watching the screen, right? Yeah, that's true. I think so. I can imagine that somehow. How would it feel to fly through the sky in that thing, I wonder? I still feel a bit unclear. You can control everything with your hands. I'll be patient for now. That's what it seems she was saying. Without thinking, Akira and I look at each other. Yeah. If I can quickly become able to fly by myself, I can take Kotori with me. I might be getting ahead of myself, but it's good to have a target. Akira finishes eating her ice cream and threw the stick into the trash can. I finished eating too, so I throw my Monaco wrapper into the trash can. Kotori was still eating and hurriedly ate the last of her chocolate chip ice cream. God, now I want ice cream. It wasn't as bad as Amane, but the way she ate kind of ruined her pretty girl image. Then she rushed over in a wheelchair and came to throw the cup into the trash can. Does she think that if she doesn't do quickly, we'll leave her behind? While we were away from Kotori, Akira had come up beside me. What do you mean? I don't know, did I? Looking at me as I quietly play dumb, Akira smiles cheerfully. Well, at least... Hopefully it goes well for them. You didn't need to rush like that. Yeah, see ya. We see Akira off as she waves her hand. Then I push Kotori's wheelchair along the road back to the dormitory. Sounds like a pretty good day. You know, that's a pretty solid day. Yeah, fly around the flight simulator, crash maybe a couple times, and then get some ice cream. Sounds like a pretty solid day. Also, what's going on? Just want to let you know ahead of time, I'm going to be drinking a lot of water because my throat feels a little bit weird, so just going to be wetting the whistle a lot. What's happening, Kotori? After school, she went to the garage and saw large amounts of cardboard boxes and tin cans piled up. What is all this? Oh yeah, we got the necessary material for the wings, right? Before Amana answers, Akira comes in after us and her eyes sparkle as she looks on. I guess it. Then with a great deal of effort, we carry the materials. Akira goes to check them off against the purchase order. Nice. Akira is extremely enthusiastic. That must be why there's such large amounts of the other materials too. Kotori is also keen to start, but it's not like she knows how to make them. How do we make them? Is it something that we can do here? But what is that FRP stuff? I'm not familiar with that term. Akira mentioned it like the name of the acronym before, like earlier. I just completely forgot it. But looks like apparently it's going to be some strengthened plastic that should be sturdy enough to be able to be piloted and kept aerodynamic, I guess. Strengthened plastic. Even as I say it, it still doesn't make sense. Carbon fiber, maybe? Well, no, I don't think it would be carbon fiber. No, never mind, my bad. The broken wings are propped against the wall. They're smooth and hard to the touch. I thought it would be made from aluminum or something. Ask Kotori as she looks at the broken pieces. I kinda like this picture, you know, we'll probably use this as a thumbnail. Amane goes deep into the thought as she too looks at the broken pieces next to Kotori.
FRP ってすんごい頑丈なの。プラスチックにガラス繊維を混ぜて強度を上げたものなんだけど、考え方は鉄筋コンクリートと同じかな。
Cool. Reinforced concrete.
ほら、あれってコンクリートの中に鉄筋を通すじゃない？
Well, yeah, fiberglass is pretty sturdy, so we should be alright.
コンクリートは硬いけど、引っ張られたり曲げられたりする力に弱いの。鉄筋を通すことでその弱点を補ってるわけ。 FRP も同じで、硬いけど弾性率が低いプラスチックにガラス繊維を混ぜることで強化するの。
I see. I'll just go along with it for now, so I guess we don't see it. I'm not sure if I understand it or not. As for the finer details, we'll probably learn those in class sooner or later. That's the kind of school this is.
どうして鉄やアルミじゃなく、その FRP っていうのを使うの？
I believe actually fiberglass or the strength and plastic that they have here might be easy to mold or maybe lighter?
いくつか利点があるんだけど、多分グライダー製作には最も適した素材なんじゃないかな。そうだな。現在グライダーの素材としては FRP がメジャーだ。強度はもちろんのこと、プラスチックなので金属で作るよりも軽量化できる。
There we go. So we're using super strong plastic in order to just compensate for its weight. Because if it's too heavy, it's not gonna glide anywhere.
加工が簡単でコストも安め。後から補修もできるし、腐食もしない。
That's also good. Aman agrees with each point with a nod.
ちなみに FRP は意外と身近なものにも使われてるのよ。
What could those be?
車のバンパーや漁船の船体などがそうだな。
Bumper of cars. Oh, okay. Alright, I can sorta understand what it is now, sorta.
公園のスワンボートとか、あとあれ、ケンタの店先に立ってるカーネルおじさん。
The colonel statue? I don't think I know that though. And she mentioned the colonel. Kotori and I nod in agreement. I've touched the colonel statue many times and also had silly photos taken next to it with my friends from the Cycle Racing Club. So that's FRP, huh?
カーネルおじさんと同じ素材でグライダーもできてるのか。
Kotori murmurs, but I wasn't sure if she was happy because she felt the glider was somehow more familiar than she realized, or because her dream was shattered just a little. How exactly do we make them?
そうね、簡単に説明すると、まず型を作るでしょ、翼の。それに FRP の素材を塗っていくんだけど、まずはこっちの。
Akio opens one of the boxes that had just arrived and pulls out some sort of cloth.
このガラスマットを敷くのね。これがさっき言ったガラス繊維。
Gotcha.
その上から樹脂を塗り、またガラスマットを敷いて、また塗ってって繰り返すの。あとはそれが固まるのを待って取り外して。
Alright. And it's complete?
まだよ。表面をピカピカに磨いて塗装すれば完成。簡単そうね。今説明したのはあくまでかいつまんでだからね。実際はもっと手順が多い。
Oh god. Have we got to learn about him?
これだけ大きなものを作るとなると、普通のやり方じゃ通用しない場面も出てくる。まあ、一個ずつ進めていきましょう。先輩、設計図見せてもらっていいですか？
Alright, let's see if we can make those wings again. As Akira takes a look at the plans, she and Amane start discussing something.
なるほど。ここは分割して後から接合するしかなさそうですね。しかし、そうすると重量の問題が出てくる。あまり重くすると。
The conversation moves on to things that we don't understand.
先輩、主翼作りなんですけど、私に任せてもらえませんか？構わないぞ。私がやるよりいいだろうからな。
Amane, you're a genius of your own right. Just because you messed up a couple of wings, it's not a big deal. The world is not over yet.
ありがとうございます。ハバネさん。
Kotori is surprised to hear her name called out all of a sudden. I think it's about time for them to start being more friendly towards each other, but...
何かしら。ハバネさんも手伝ってね。もちろん。 つもりよ。
I'll help too.
葵はいいや。手が足りない時だけでシミュレータの方を優先して。
Alright. Kotori gives me an uneasy glance. I'll leave it to you two then.
おお、任された。
With that, Akira became one in charge of making the main wing, and then got to work on making them. So I guess we'll pretty much spend all day trying to put together the
じゃあ
wings.
教えた通りやってみよっか。
Alright, let's see what happens here.
まず発泡スチロールで型を作る。
Mm-hmm.
けどポリエステル樹脂が発泡スチロールを溶かすから先に上からコーティング。
Yep, fiberglass, I think. Until just now, Kotori had been taking Agya's impromptu FPR course. She has been seriously taking notes and reads them back as they proceed with the work. By the way, for now, it's just practice, so they're trying to make something not related to the main wings.
先にガラスマットを敷いて、その上からポリエステル樹脂をローラーでコロコロと。ああ、ダメダメ。もっとしっかり塗り込まないと。いや、やってるわよ。隅っこの方はハケを使って。樹脂をつけすぎないで。わかってるわよ。うるさいな。気泡が残ってると空洞ができて、そこだけ強度が弱くなっちゃう。
Okay, I can probably tell that Kotori with her attitude, she's probably gonna be really angry being bossed around like that.
そしたらまた折れちゃうんだから。
Oh god, what happened, Amane? As Amane stood beside me, teaching me about piloting, she seemed to have a hurt expression on her face. Are you hungry? Are you okay, Amane?
いいけど。
Oh, she's probably disappointed that she can't make the wings. She answered, still with that hurt look about her. It seemed like Amane had a complex about her lack of dexterity. Amane and I were doing pilot training using the simulator.
旋回中、ラダーの操舵量が少なかったり、タイミングが遅いと打ち滑りを起こす。逆にラダーを使いすぎたり、タイミングが早いと外滑りする。
Okay. Slipping in or slipping out are the terms used to refer to diagonal movement of the glider. This is caused when you're trying to turn, but the nose is not pointing in the right direction.
打ち滑りも外滑りも相対風に対してグライダーの向きがずれるから揚力の低下が発生してしまう。
That means that if the glider is moving through the air at a decent speed, even if there's no wind at all, it is still the same as if it were taking wind from the direction in which it is moving. This is what is known as the relative wind. So if the glider is moving diagonally, the wind hits it diagonally too. This means if the glider takes the wind from the front, the function of that aircraft are maximized. I hope you guys are taking notes, because we're getting a lot of information here. Like literally play this game, take some notes, learn, glider courses, and become a glider pilot, if that's even a thing at this point. When Amane says that there will be a reduction in lift, it's because they cannot take the wind directly from the front.
旋回中はそうでなくても揚力が低下するから、打ち滑りや外滑りをするとかなりの高度をロスすることに。失礼します。
Oh, Akari joins us. Akari Kumoi, the vice president of the student council, entered the garage.
やあ、副会長。
I wonder who the president is.
こんにちは、望月先輩。それから。
Hi. Our eyes meet, so I'll lower my head in a bow.
こんにちは、水瀬君。
Akari looks around the garage and nods with approval.
ちゃんと活動なさっているようですね。ああ、まるで部活のようだろ。
Yep. She says with pride, because they're club activities after all.
ところで、何か用かい？少し様子を見に来たんです。あの時は状況が状況だったので。
Yeah, but it got fixed up, so it's good now. As you can see, we're doing very well.
ええ、見ればわかるわ。
Long drawn out pause. For some reason, I feel that she has a bit of a sharp tongue when talking to me. It seems like Vice President Akari Kamoi is looking at me like she's assessing me.
確かにお人よしそうな顔してるわね。悪人ではなさそうだけど。
We're being analyzed right now. What is it? Does she have a problem with me? Hopefully not. Akari heads over to the other two working at the back of the garage.
あかりさん、どうぞどうぞ。こんなもんでどうかしら。うん、いいんじゃないかな。これは FRP ね。何を作っているの？お皿よ。お皿？
Dish.
練習してるんです。グライダーの翼を作るんですけど、いきなり本番じゃ失敗した時困るんで。
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
あとはこれが固まるのを待つのよね。そしたら磨いて色を塗って。
Kotori mumbled to herself as she checked her notes.
ハバネさん、使い終わったローラーやハケはすぐ洗い流した方がいいわ。樹脂が固まってしまうと使えなくなってしまうから。
Well, this girl knows how to use her FRS, I think that's the product is.
そうだった。
Kotori hurriedly goes to wash them. That was a close one. She almost ruined some of the equipment we just had bought.
それから硬化剤を混ぜた樹脂は温度が高いほど固まりやすいから、容器はなるべく日陰か涼しい場所に置くといいわ。
Kotori wiped her hands on the skirt and made a note of Akari's advice.
主翼作りは長丁場になるから、そういうことも考えておかないといけないんだね。
Ake also looks like she's thinking seriously. After confirming that the other two were doing proper club activities, relieved, she came back over to us. To judge us more, I bet. Amane answers proudly. She looked happy to be praised like that. What's up? Second in charge? The other two working on the back of the garage stop and turn their attention this way. Guessing this may be like a thing that we need for the clubs, possibly? Or is it just this specific club? I like how it actually says something when we quick save. I'm gonna say it 100 times, but I actually do like it. We should probably vote Agiha on that one because she's actually, you know, responsible. She knows exactly what she's doing, sorta. Apart from Omane, everyone made a face that seemed to say, oh, I see. It's probably not just Akari, but all the other student council members in the past would also have trouble with Amane. She's very unique, so sometimes she expresses ideas that differ from the general social norms. There was the issue with the club losing its status the other day, and the fact that she keeps repeating the year is a prime example of her uniqueness. She's trying to say that she would like someone to act as a middleman to keep things running smoothly like a manager. But what you really mean is that she needs someone to act as a mediator, right? From the few days when I have spent with Amane, it seems that she isn't suited to being any sort of mediator. She decided the club's principles and therefore the reason for it to exist, whereas the second in charge is needed to bring everyone together to carry that out. Akari seems relieved as she nodded and then glanced at me. Okay, more analyzing. Alright, girl. Alright, looks like we caught the attention of Miss Akari here. Looks like always looks us wrecking her fancy. That's good. So it's not that she hates us, it's that she actually has sort of a thing for the main protagonist. Alright. No, it's okay, it's all good. You know, just let it be. Just let it be. What are you talking about there? You were saying something about me. It looked like you were glancing over at me.
ソアリング部の活動状況を見ていただけです。
Sure. Oh, I see. Sorry. So actually, she wasn't just glancing at me, she was staring.
では私はこれで。
Now that she had finished what she had come to do, stared at Aoi. Akari left in a hurry. Oh god, what'd you do? On the way out, she tripped over a cardboard box.
何よこの段ボール。
Once more, she went to leave.
何あれ。さあ葵に気があるんじゃない。
Maybe she does.
お
Why are you saying that all of a sudden?
だから副会長は葵くんのことをずっと見てたのか。やっぱり見てたんだ。これはあるね。
I like how Amane and Age, they're pretty chill about it, and Kotori is the only one that seems to be kind of flustered about it. No, there isn't really. Come on, let's all go back to work. I tried to get them to drop it, then Age and Kotori returned to their work.
あいつちょっと赤くなってない？だね。あかりさん綺麗だもん。
I can hear you. Amane, what are you going to do about the thing the vice president was talking about just now?
どうしようかな。誰かやりたい人はいるかい？
We should probably appoint Amane because she's sort of responsible. The two other girls look at each other for some reason, then look at me.
うん。
Me?
なんとなく。なんとなく。
You can't decide something like that by saying that's what it looks like. Let's think about this, Amane.
うん。わかった。
She said as I tried to reach a resolution to the problem that I had brought up. What I mean is everyone should keep mumbling to themselves to minimum and concentrate on the task at hand.
もうくぶちょずらしてる。あれは意外にやる気満々だね。葵くんでいいと思うんだけどな。
Everyone was muttering to themselves as they got back to work. Looks like we might be by default getting the second in command for the club or whatever.
もう帰らなきゃいけないのか。
She looks tuckered out a little
もっ
bit.
と残って作業できればいいのに。そしたら早く完成して早く飛べるのにな。
Mm-hmm. Kotori murmured quietly to herself. The school closes at 6:30 p.m. and if you wish to stay longer, you need to submit a notice of extension of club activities. However, I have my dorm mother's work to do. Kotori had to help me with dinner, so we have to leave at the usual time.
明日は今日試しに作ったお皿の仕上げをしつつ主翼の片付りに入ろう。いよいよ本番ってわけね。焦ってまた折れちゃったら困るから慎重に作業を進めましょう。
Today at lunchtime, things still seemed awkward between them, but after only half a day had passed, they really opened up to each other.
ところで葵、あかりさんのことどう思ってるの？
Of course you're gonna have to ask me that. Quick save here. There we go. I have no idea what you said, but it sounded kinda cute. Huh?
そうだった。部活終わったら問い詰めなきゃって思ってたのよ。
What is this all about? I don't care, you don't need to cross-examine me.
いいから聞かせなさいよ。そうだそうだ。
I can't believe these two. Okay, let's make a dash back home. All the boarders are waiting with empty stomachs. I ran as I pushed Kotori's wheelchair.
待ちなさい。
And just getting away from the conversation as soon as we can.
なんでごまかすか。
I thought that somehow these two might get along really well. They're getting along pretty well, which is good, honestly. Especially for Kotori, because she is not really socially capable, or she is socially capable, it's just she has a difficult time opening up to new people. I mean, it took us some time before she actually started treating us like a normal person. Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam Rio. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts as a treasure of the net. I kinda wanna say you could dress better.